concert did you see? Oh, I think I saw something that you posted on that. Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. Good. 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 And? Oh. Ah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cheetah what? Oh. Wow. Okay. Like the next day pill. Okay. So what have you guys talked about on what you guys are gonna do about that? Like, is she gonna go on the pill? Is she gonna get, are you guys? I mean, are you guys using contraceptives? Like, what's going on with that? Oh shit. Okay. Dude, does that scare you? Oh, hey. Hey. Oh, hey, that was a great entrance by you. We got dog dishes flying around back there. Yeah, Dustin, we can. I can hear you good. Tone's gonna take care of his stuff here. Um, Hold on one second. I got a little bit of a feedback. Good. Hey, man, it's so great to connect, brother. Can you hear us? Okay. Okay. No, that's good. Okay, good. I'm glad that we're here to connect with you. And so that's Coach Tone. Tone, you want to say anything before I kind of give him the gist? Hey, another. Yeah, you guys are probably gonna get along really well because he's a military guy too, man. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. And we're excited to talk about your story. So we got a bunch of questions that we're gonna ask you. We like to be very organic about it. I will generally, after we record this, Tone, are we going live today? Do you still want to pop in on live on YouTube? All right, hold on one second, Dustin. We had it all set. Um, but what we'll do is we'll do an intro for you, using the bio that you gave me. I'm going to keep it really short and simple on the intro for you because a lot of our questions are going to be geared towards you actually answering and telling about your story, which is amazing, and I think it's going to be so awesome for our listeners out there. All right, Tone, I'm on YouTube now. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. You want me to hit the record button, Tone? Oh, okay. Perfect. Hey, hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Framing New Heights. We have an exceptional guest with us today from basically disability at 90% disability to a heroic states now, a family man, a farm man, which I'm excited to get into, a military guy. Please put your hands together for the one, the only, Dustin G. Dustin, how we doing, brother? Hey, we're. Hey, Dustin, how do you pronounce your last name? Graziati, I love it. Big G? G Daddy? I love it. I love it. Hey, I want to go in right away because I want to ask you this important question because I know a lot of our listeners maybe don't know about your story, but I want you to kind of tell us about your early days in the military, number one, and the experiences that led to your disability, which, as I was reading your bio, you were 90% labeled as disability, and then you had some health issues with that. And if for those listeners that are out there, maybe just saw a video or a picture of us promoting you, you look at the guy now, he looks like he should be in a Marvel comic book. Tell us a little bit about that and your story on the early days of the military experience, why you got into it, what led to your disability, and then kind of speak on your health issues. Go ahead. Jeez. Wow. 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 Yes. Gosh, that's I get so much from what your story is about, Dustin, and I resonated about. There's a moment in my life too. I had a real dark moment, and I don't know how much you know about my story, but it's nowhere near yours. But it was a very dark moment in my life, and I contemplated even being here, right? And then I got directed to the book that you referenced. It's called The Purpose Driven Life, and I'm sure you've read that book, and it's a remarkable story to give you purpose and the sense of direction, and God telling you why you are on this planet. And your story is so beautiful, and I appreciate you saying those things. Tone, do you got a question for Dustin, or I can jump in right away? All right, Dustin. So, gosh, I was so embarked on your whole conversation, and thank you so much for sharing. And I think more people, and Tone and I talk a lot about letting our light shine, and it's very evident that you do with your motivational reels that you post, your post, your family, and the full transformation. I want to talk a little bit about the physical transformation because as I'm reading your bio and going over your bio, there's a picture of you, and I don't know if our listeners even saw it. You're literally on a bed, and you look quite a lot of weight. And then, what was the turning point that really motivated you to start out? Because you were labeled even as depressed, and what was that physical challenge that really was the turning point for you? I know you reference a lot about just in our early conversation was just the family piece, but what was the big turning point for you that really motivated you to get out of depression? And I'm going to just ask you this follow up question. Fitness, for those of you that don't understand, look at Dustin. That if you are depressed, it's because you're not working out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but tell me a little bit more about that, Dustin. Go in on that a little bit. Wow. How much you weigh now? Yeah. I think we all are. Right. Uh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, I love Dustin how you reference like motivation is going to run out. I like to say that consistency is what creates momentum. And Coach Tone and I just talked about this on one of our podcasts. Is once you've got the momentum, you then gain self confidence. You see the change, and now you want to keep going. You know what I mean? Hey, mm, love it. Hey, Dustin, I want to ask you this question. You talk about your wife and your children a lot. So, how did your wife and your family support you through your transformation process? Because I know you referenced earlier, hey, it's Sunday. You got to. The wife tells you. What's your wife's name, by the way? Let's give her a shout out today. Hey, Sierra. Uh, well, she's married to you. She has to be. So, let me just ask you. So, how did your wife and your family support you through your transformation process? Would you say? Mm, mm, mm. Oh, man, you were preaching today, brother. I love it. I love it. Tone, I want to ask Dustin this question here. Gosh, I love like you've answered so many of my questions already, but and I like how you, for those of you that are you, I love just putting things in context here real quick before I ask the question. But as you for those listeners out there and those of you catching on the live stream, we you have to really prioritize what's most important. As you can tell, Dustin had this 50,000 pound. What was it? What was the 50,000 pounds? Was that what it was? Yeah, on top of his foot, and then understanding that hey, I got to be healthy for my kids. I got to be healthy. I resonate a lot with your whole story because yes, I want to be the dad that feels comfortable taking my shirt off in front of my daughter, right? And as a male and as a father, I think we should be byproducts of what we want our girls. I'm a girl dad too, Dustin. What our girls should want to, because we technically are dating our daughters are the first person the first man they date, and exactly. And I got a bee. I'm outside right now. My bad. I got a bee right here. But what I was going to say is, I like picking them up, putting them on your shoulder. I to this day, my daughter's in third grade now. We have this ritual. I carry her every day to go brush her teeth. I carry her to put her to bed. That's a thing that I told her when she gets married. That's not for a long time, you guys. So all those guys out there, it's not going to be till she's like 36. But I'm carrying her down the aisle. I don't care if I'm 85. I'm carrying her down the aisle. So I just I love that about your whole story there. And let me ask you this. So when you were dealing with depression and things of that nature, which can be very much incredibly challenging, what advice would you give to others who that maybe just stumbled on this podcast or avid listeners on our podcast with maybe similar health issues? What would you give it? What kind of advice would you give to them, Dustin? Tough love. Tough love. Yeah, I completely agree. Wow, beautifully said, Dustin. Hey, let me ask you this: through your transformation process, has that impact? Obviously, it's impacted your quality of life, but has it impacted any of your relationships? Maybe with some of your family members, any of your friends, and if so, could you kind of maybe share that story?